How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey, I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Have the Emirates seen a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes, but I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match, and plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Hey, wahoo. 48 to Mike. Check pass. Check 48's to Mike. Check 48's to Mike. Let's go. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we go Mike to 48 right now. Let's go.
On first down, it's Stafford. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Look at me. Door. Check 31. Nice.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Yo, go. Check back 21. Kermit. Leo. Pick that. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, Sam off. 80 weapons. Go. 36. Check safety. Shoot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now back to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the set. 21, check Mike 21. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 25, check 25, check 25. Yes. Switch it. Hey, seam 6. Check 25. Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Coleman, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Let's go. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey. 48 Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their... goals. All right. Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Bang, 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 bang. Check. Hey, exit. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Rock it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Set, lady. Check 48. Stay 50.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally marked down at the 23. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
260. Check 26, check 20.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 50-50. You got to bring an alpha.
Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Give me radar.
To throw is Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ready. Lady. Mike's 50.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Go. Check 52. And middle.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, fly low. Mike 50.
Now it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The final shot before the break. Stafford. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Leonard Fournette. Big hold to the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Ready?
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
SOS. Now. Shit. Alert flare. Hey, Sam on.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Monday.
Now Stafford. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. A big play there for Detroit, and even 50 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. From the red zone now, Stafford. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check.
Go. Now.
Again, it's Fournette. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Good track.
Get it.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field.
Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. And they will have the ball here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And his guys are going to have a 1st and goal down at the 3-yard line. So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt and excellent field position, 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Sponge. No. Shoot.
Sponge.
Watch the whip.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here I come.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
I'm here all day. Check your hot read. Alert 3. Go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Crush.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check 20.
Hard.
Check.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt, and remember, his 1st one was blocked. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Block it. On the ball.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
On the run, it's Fournette. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escapes the set, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Shift, shift. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brown. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter of MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Stafford now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 4th down, Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jags, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.